Wow. Joel lied. I would have lied too. I would have lied too. What a neat story. All right, you guys, I know I'm late. It's been a crazy whirlwind the past 3.5, 4 weeks, and that's because normally I have more help, but that help is in Abu Dhabi. That's not a joke, that's the truth. I have 3 different YouTube channels, and so this one fell to the wayside, and people have continually asked me about it, so I'm like, okay, I should do this. I was just gonna wait till the next trailer, because you know they're gonna have more before the game comes out, and I thought I just missed the boat on this one, but people keep asking, so here we go. Let's check this out. I'm quite excited.
Scale of 1 to 10. How would you rate our kiss from last night?
Look who decided to join us. All right. You all know the drill. Run your routes. Mark your logbooks. You run into anything you can't handle.
Oh, man.
You come back.
Get off me! Please stop! No! Tommy, I have to finish it.
You have no idea what you're walking into.
What are you doing?
You don't know how large that group is, how armed.
Oh,
I
man.
don't care. You can't stop this. What the hell are you doing here?
You think I'd let you do this on your own?
Ah. That's cool. Oh man, that's cool. What an emotional little trailer that was there. So one of the things that seems to be sticking out to me is this notion of vulnerability. I mean, you had one moment there where this guy was literally being tortured naked. They're showing a lot of skin here, but I think that has a lot to do with just the vulnerable feeling that you get in this game, and that makes it more perilous. Obviously, the graphics are amazing. I mean, I'm just excited for the story. I don't care so much about the graphics. I just care about the story. Obviously, having great graphics is always nice, and it makes it more immersive, but I care just more about the story. Just seeing these two characters come back together is so nice.
What the hell are you doing here?
You think I'd let you do this on your own?
Yeah, I mean, I went on that emotional journey twice, obviously. I played it for PS3 and PS4, and there's just so much there. It feels like such a lived-in world. That's one of the neat things about this. It feels so real. The characters are so well constructed. They're so well written, and the acting in this is also just great. I feel like Last of Us was definitely one of those defining games in terms of, you know, acting in games. It's not the first to do what it did in terms of just, you know, having actors in terms of giving like cinematic-like performances and treating it like a movie that you're playing. You know, obviously Uncharted did that, which is the same company, but to take it to that level, that emotional level, like I remember just the opening of the first game was insane. And you know you're gonna get more of that here. But what I like about this more than anything is, while it's violent, it doesn't feel like it's like a lot of horror genres can be, both movies and games. Like, it's just often gratuitous. It's just violent for the sake of it, as opposed to for the sake of facilitating a better story. The violence here feels like it's at the service of the story, if that makes any kind of sense at all. And so it makes me appreciate it more, because it's just like, it's not holding back its punches. That's all it's doing. Is it's like, if this was real and these things were actually happening, this is how it would look. This is how it would feel. This is the kind of behavior that people would exude, or this is the kind of behavior that people would have in this kind of environment with this kind of perilous survival situation that everyone's dealing with. You know, you have your camps, you've got your factions of people, and you have your scavengers, you've got the people who are gonna do whatever they can and take from whoever they can in order to survive. And you still have that lie that Joel told Ellie, and that's gonna come out in this game. I'm sure it is, and I'm sure all of us are very anxious to see how that's gonna play out once he finally reveals to her the truth, or once she, more than likely he's not gonna tell her the truth. More than likely she's gonna find out on her own, and then there's gonna be a confrontation, and there's gonna be a whole thing there. But one of the things that this reminded me of was how much I really enjoyed playing as Ellie in The Last of Us. That section of the game where you're just playing as her, I actually was really intrigued by that, and I thought that would have been cool to have more of it. And so to see that you're gonna be playing as her either primarily or at least through the first portion of the game, to me is really cool, because I like the idea of being able to play more of Ellie's. I like the idea of being able to play from Ellie's perspective more. So I did do the DLC, so I know of that. It also came with the PS4 edition of the game. The sheer scale of the game is amazing, and this is coming so close to what I think is the end of the PS4 life cycle that you know that they're gonna have a remastered edition 1 year later for the PS5. They're gonna do it. They're just gonna do it. The date, the release date is interesting, because if I recall correctly, the first one came out in September, like this time of year. And then the remastered edition came out 1 year later, again in September. So I always wonder why they choose the dates that they choose. I've got 3 video games right now, and there's Zelda, Link's Awakening, then there's Borderlands 3, and then Gears 5. And like, I just don't have, I have to manage these YouTube channels, as I mentioned, so I barely have any time to play games these days. And so I just elected to play Zelda because I could play that while I'm on the toilet, you know? This is a game I would completely set aside the time to just dedicate to it, because it's not gonna take me a week to beat. It's gonna take me maybe 24 to 48 hours. Usually that's how long the story-based games like this take me. Like Uncharted took maybe a few days to get through, maybe, you know? And I like that. Honestly, I don't need these games to be 2 weeks long just because I don't have that kind of time. I like being able to complete these. I'm a completionist, and so it's hard for me to start certain games because they take so long. And yeah, obviously very excited to play this, but I would like to know from you guys, if I was to do a live stream, what would you prefer that I do? Would you prefer I do Borderlands 3 or Gears 5? Because I've got both of those right now. I don't know which one to start. It's sort of a dilemma. I was gonna go play Borderlands 3 because I just went back and finished Borderlands 1 and 2. And so I was, you know, getting ramped up for Borderlands 3, and I just haven't started yet. So that's what I was kind of veering towards. But if you guys are more interested in Gears 5 as a live stream for this channel, do let me know. I would like to hear from you guys. And that's it. Thanks so much for hanging out, and let me know your feelings. I'm sure you don't have to tell me your feelings. Everyone's feelings are gonna be the same. It's amazing, I can't wait. Like, that's the feeling, right? So, but whatever you want to talk about regarding this, regarding my reaction, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. But I'm most curious about what game you want me to live stream between Borderlands 3 and Gears 5. So thanks so much for hanging out. Do subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon to get notified every time we drop another video. Check out our other reactions, reviews, short films, vlogs, and interviews. I am Jaby Koay. Peace out.